Which Minecraft mob is the best in the game? Find out in the official 2022 Minecraft Mob Olympics featuring these events. Also subscribe. The first event is the sprint, where each mob sprints to the finish as fast as they can. The zombie went first, clocking a slow time of 9.32 seconds. Pretty embarrassing, but they are dead, so maybe a skeleton could go faster? Even though they're also dead. Unfortunately, the skeleton decided to maintain good social distancing procedures while attempting the sprint, so after a bit of messing around and the skeleton being an idiot, it's not my fault, the skeleton got the slowest time of the lot of the mobs. Embarrassing. The spider got a very good time, an 8:05, but did break the bounds of the track, so that might be cheating. The Enderman flew down the track with a scintillating time of 2.19, and the wolf got a respectable 5.02, far faster than the spider. Very impressive. A Vindicator got a score of 4.11 in the race, and the Wither Skeleton got a very solid time of 5.09. The Creeper, which doesn't really have blistering speed, got a time of 10 seconds exactly. The Enderman takes the top spot after the end of the first sprint, confirming the nationality of the Enderman to be Jamaican. Followed by the Vindicator and the Wolf, which just beat the Wither Skeleton to the third spot. Next round is the strength test, where I use my body as a punching bag for approximately 30 seconds to test the strength of each of the mobs. Baby zombies and zombies hit just as hard as each other, which makes no sense at all. The Wither Skeleton and the Wolf both hit harder than the Spider, which is proving to be quite disappointing in these Olympics. But the Vindicator again proving a strong performance, dealing 7 damage points. Surprisingly, the Skeleton hits just as hard as the Enderman, which I wouldn't have expected at all. But all of the other mobs are clearly overshadowed by the strength of the Creeper, which takes exception to me giving it a funny look and completely endgames me on the spot. The Creeper secures the top spot and all 8 points here by far, with the Vindicator taking the top position in the overall standings, followed by the Enderman and the Wither Skeleton closely behind. The next event is Free Fall, which isn't an Olympic event for obvious reasons, but at least it feels cool to do. In the 16 block round, the wolf is the only mob which doesn't make it through. On to the next one. The spider is the only one to die, which is a surprise to me, because the spider can climb walls and get to high places easily, but clearly struggles to get back down from them. Next is a 24 block height, where the majority of remaining mobs die from fall damage. The remaining mobs battling it out for every point are the Jamaican and the Psychopath, the two frontrunners so far. However, on the 28 block drop, the Vindicator and gave the Enderman the win once again in this Minecraft Mob Olympic event. A big win for the Enderman then, with 4 different mobs coming in third place for 6 points each. If the next event was in the Olympics, then it would probably send the Olympics into bankruptcy due to the amount of lawsuits an event like this would probably accumulate. It's the love calculator. Mobs are judged by their ability to work as a pair and cooperate in this totally objective, 100% factual analysis of the likelihood of a successful and meaningful relationship. The first spin gives us the zombie and the Enderman, and after inputting the pair into the love calculator, they earned a very strong 71% success chance. A truly remarkable score from a truly remarkable pair. The Wheel of Truth then spins again, selecting the tied first place Vindicator and the current last place Spider, a pair which is sure to mix up the table, whether that be at the top or the bottom. The love calculator reveals a result of 78%, beating the previous pair by 7%, a razor-thin margin provided by Dr. Love and the current Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. The spins for the next round weren't as close as the previous rounds, with the Skeleton and the Wolf earning their chance to No surprise that the sworn enemies retrieve a score of 19%. Disappointing, I'm sure, but unsurprising considering the wolf probably killed the skeleton at some point during Dr. Love's calculation. And lastly, obviously, the creeper and the wither skeleton came together to achieve a mighty, groundbreaking, frankly unbelievable 1%. Wow. The Spider and the Vindicator receive the top points for this round, as the Wither Skeleton drops back again into the pack. It seems like a 2-horse race for the gold medal, but there is far more to come. Next is the Hunger Games, where there is a pair of each type of mob battling it out to the death for their lives and to win the Olympics. The Vindicator decided to do damage to third place Wither Skeleton's nose, and the Spider, the village idiot of the Olympic Games, steps on a landmine and dies. Yeah, just like that. The Spider was the only death on day 1, and let's be honest, who's surprised? The next round sees the Enderman slip off a rock and fall down a whole ass cliff like a schmuck, instead of just teleporting. And a bunch of people teamed up to kill the female wolf, including the other wolf. His eyes burn with anger. The creeper has a panic attack. Oh, mate, don't explode or something. Round 3 sees a Vindicator try to kill like 3 mobs, but only gets one of the Wither skeletons. Still a good result, and in the biggest shock ever, the other spider dies to the creeper. Gotcha, bitch. Because she trusted her too much. In the greatest crossover since Minecraft Monday, the zombie and the skeleton tell stories to each other. There's 5 now dead heading into the next round, with the Vindicator having the most kills, with 2. However, that very same Vindicator who was terrorizing the other mobs is now swarmed by a pack of bees. Can these mobs stop dying stupidly? After telling love stories to each other, the skeleton scares the zombie off like a whiny little baby. The creeper game ends the skeleton as the other skeleton receives an iPad. Why didn't you give him a gun? The next round sees the Vindicator crash out as the Enderman spears the Vindicator, with both creepers and both zombies still alive heading into the final few rounds. The Wolf of Evil gets another kill, this time taking out the creeper, but this was just a warm-up, with the wolf setting off an explosive trap, killing both the zombies, a skeleton, and a creeper. What a psychopath. And a good boy. This leaves 3 mobs left. The Enderman, the Wither skeleton, and the wolf. Here we go, boys. Nope, just kidding. The wolf just annihilated them both like it was nothing. The wolf ends the Hunger Games with a massive 8 kills out of a possible 15, which is over half the tributes. A scarily good performance from the wolf leads to a shake-up in the standings, but still a 2-horse race for the gold medal. Let's see how well they fare going into the last event. In the final event, we have swimming, which is one of the most scuffed events in the whole competition because, well, you'll see what I mean. The zombie, or drowned, does that even count? Put in a time of 53 seconds. A poor performance from the zombie, but will they end up in last place? Next up is the Wither skeleton, which did manage to beat the zombie, but still put in a poor time, leaving the door wide open for 3rd place for the other mobs. Next in the pool comes the skeleton, who set a blistering time of 11:06. But is it enough to snatch 3rd place off the Wither skeleton? The result of the spider won't help, who has pulled itself together somehow to achieve a blistering 9:19, an unbelievable result from the spider. But is that enough to take it off the bottom, and maybe put another mob, like the zombie, onto it? The current leader, the Enderman, is one of the reasons why this event is kind of scuffed, because it can't really swim. So, unfortunately, the Enderman is disqualified from this event. Sorry, mate. A 26:33 may not win the event, but it might be enough. The wolf really isn't competing for anything. It's kind of in the middle of the pack, but it could impact the fight for the medals. The last mob, the creeper, put in a shocking performance, crossing the finish line and ending the Olympics with a 34:01. The spider takes all 8 points in the swimming, with the other results coming together to reach the final standings. So, here we go. In 8th place, we have the zombie. Last place. In 7th place, the creeper comes in. Disappointing, but 6th place, we have the spider, whose 1st place results in the swimming boosted it up to 6th place. 5th place provides the skeleton, and 4th gives us the killer wolf from the Hunger Games, which, if you look at it funny, will yeet you. And now the podium positions. In 3rd, we have the Wither skeleton, which basically stayed 3rd the whole time, but almost fell off the podium after the wolf's effort. 2nd place between the Enderman and the Vindicator gives us the Enderman, which means the winner of the 2022 Minecraft Olympics is the Vindicator. Congratulations, the ultimate Minecraft mob. Thank you for joining me on this emotional roller coaster. Please like the video and subscribe.